Welcome back to our channel, soap fans. Next week, from June 1st to June 5th, the landscape of Salem is going to shift in ways we haven't seen in years. Let's start with the absolute roller coaster that is Xander and Sarah. This week, Xander finally admitted that Sarah is the only woman for him. And honestly, it's about time. For months, they have been living under the same roof for baby Victoria's sake, with Sarah constantly nagging him and Xander firing back with his own constructive criticism. But when push comes to shove, Xander is going to prove his devotion. On Tuesday, Sarah is going to have a patient who leaves her completely struggling and emotionally drained. We don't know exactly who this patient is yet, but knowing Salem Hospital, it is going to be someone deeply connected to her past. But here's the kicker. When Sarah hits rock bottom on Wednesday, Xander is right there to help her in her time of need. It's these moments of pure vulnerability that remind us why Sarah has such a massive, dedicated fan base. However, do not get too comfortable. By Thursday, Sarah finds herself completely torn between Xander and Brady Black. Let's be real for a second. Brady has a massive hero complex. He has been stepping up lately to protect Sarah, while Amy Choi has been spiraling out of control. Brady is the safe, stable choice. But Xander? Xander is the passionate, unpredictable wild card. A lot of fans think Sarah should just settle down with Brady to avoid the chaos, but I actually think she belongs with Xander. Their chemistry is undeniable, but there is a massive storm cloud hanging over Xander. On Tuesday, Marlena hits her absolute limit with him and gives him a strict ultimatum. Can you believe it? Marlena doesn't just hand out ultimatums lightly. We know Kristen DiMera has been trying to hire Xander as a hitman to take out Johnny DiMera. I am willing to bet that Marlena has caught wind of Xander slipping back into his dark, ruthless ways, and she is forcing him to choose, be the good man Sarah needs, or fall back into the criminal underworld. If Xander takes Kristen's money, he will lose Sarah forever. Now, let's pivot to the absolute train wreck that is Gabi Hernandez. On Monday, Gabi is going to make Philip an offer he was definitely not expecting. As we know, Philip recently dumped Gabi and kicked her out of the Kyriakis mansion after Ana DiMera exposed Gabi's lies about the Tony DiMera merger. Gabi is desperate right now. I think this offer is a frantic attempt to salvage either their business ties or their relationship. But Philip is standing his ground, and honestly, good for him. Gabi has been playing the victim card way too much lately. And you won't believe what happens next. Because Gabi's life is unraveling, she is lashing out. By Thursday, Ari and Rolf have some very serious questions for her. Remember how Gabi tried to bribe Liam with a massive cash payoff to stay away from Ariana? Yeah, that secret is definitely blowing up in her face. Rolf is Salem's moral compass, and he is not going to let his sister manipulate her daughter's love life like that. With Philip gone and her family turning on her, Gabi is going to fall right into the arms of Theo Carver. Theo recently confessed that Gabi is the mystery G in his diary, and he is going to spend the entire summer relentlessly pursuing her. I am actually so excited for this slow burn romance. Theo is pure and honest, which is exactly the kind of grounding energy Gabi desperately needs right now. Speaking of Theo, the Carver family drama is reaching a boiling point. On Monday, the resurrected Lexie Carver spends time persuading Abe, while Paulina is off supporting Chanel. By Wednesday, it is full-on family time for Abe, Lexie, and Theo. My heart absolutely breaks for Paulina. She fought so hard to build a stable life with Abe, and now she is literally packing her bags because she feels she cannot compete with a ghost. Abe is completely paralyzed. On Friday, he actually turns to Marlena for professional help because he cannot make a choice. If we look back at the show's history, legacy resurrections always destroy current marriages. Think about when Bo Brady came back to Hope, or when Jack returned to Jennifer. The original super couple almost always wins. But my personal opinion, Abe needs to stick with Paulina. Lexie has been gone too long, and Paulina has been his absolute rock through his recent traumas. While Paulina is dealing with her crumbling marriage, she is also desperately trying to support her daughter. Chanel's cancer journey takes a terrifying turn next week. On Tuesday, Chanel feels incredibly uneasy after her latest doctor's appointment. This storyline is so emotionally heavy. She is pregnant and facing a potential breast cancer diagnosis. On Friday, Johnny desperately wants Chanel to rethink a decision. I have a terrible feeling that Chanel is going to refuse life-saving cancer treatment to protect her unborn baby, and Johnny is begging her to save herself. It is an impossible, agonizing choice that is going to test their marriage like never before. And where is EJ DiMera while his son is going through this nightmare? Being an absolute monster, of course. EJ is completely ignoring Chanel's medical crisis and aggressively pushing Johnny to take over the DiMera business throne. On Friday, EJ actually goes behind Johnny's back and requests that Theo act as Johnny's second in command. EJ is literally trying to build a corporate army while his daughter-in-law is fighting for her life. It is classic Stefano DiMera behavior, and I hate it. But EJ has his own massive problems to deal with. On Monday, the mysterious Kat Green needs a favor from EJ. We know Kat and EJ have a deep history from an Italian rehab facility where she used to read Wuthering Heights to him while he was in a coma. Kat is desperately trying to hide her ISA cover, and she is playing a very dangerous psychological game. By Friday, Kat makes it very clear to Rafe that she has absolutely no problem handling EJ. But the biggest shocker of the week comes on Wednesday, when the one and only doctor, Rolf, shows up with disturbing news for EJ. That's crazy. Whenever Dr. Rolf appears, science fiction madness follows. Could Rolf's news be about Kat? Is Kat a clone, or perhaps someone else from EJ's past who has been genetically altered? The fan theories are going wild right now, and I am fully on board with the idea that Kat is a sleeper agent programmed by Rolf himself. Let's quickly run through some other massive developments happening next week. On Tuesday, Joy Wesley turns to Kate for help. Joy has been deeply embedding herself in Alex Kyriakis' life, using baby Kelsey to form a tight little family unit. Meanwhile, Alex is talking to Justin about fatherhood, completely oblivious to the fact that he is destroying his fragile marriage to Stephanie. I feel so bad for Stephanie. She just survived a kidnapping, and now her husband is playing house with another woman. On Wednesday, the ultimate gossip, Leo Stark gets a massive story from Gwen, but it comes with strict conditions. Gwen is currently sleeping with Xander, so she probably has the inside scoop on the DiMera merger, or Kristen's assassination plot. Also on Wednesday, Javi and JJ bond. Javi has been struggling so hard to resist his infatuation with Leo, and JJ might be the perfect person to talk some sense into him. Finally, Thursday brings some beautiful and emotional moments to Salem. Julie goes on a first date with Foster, which is so sweet to see after all she has been through. Kate and Roman also share a moment to reconnect, proving that true love endures. But the most tear-jerking moment will be Marlena, Belle, and Brady gathering to celebrate John Black on the anniversary of his passing. It is going to be a beautiful, heartbreaking tribute to a legendary character, and I know there won't be a dry eye in the audience. What an absolutely explosive week ahead. Do you think Sarah should choose Xander or Brady? And what do you think, Doctor? Rolf's disturbing news is. Let me know your wildest theories in the comments below.